Good morning everyone. Today we will see the second law of thermodynamics. Before that second law of thermodynamics, the first law of thermodynamics is simply the principle of conservation of energy applied to the thermodynamical system, that is dq equal to du plus dw, that is dq equal to du plus dw. It implies that if a body absorbs the heat dq from another body, if a body absorbs heat dq from another body, it will do the external work dw. It will do the external work dw. But this law does not throw light on the conditions under which body will absorb the heat. But this law does not throw light on the condition under which the body will absorb the heat. For example, that is the two bodies, capital A and capital B, in contact. They exchange heat. First law states that heat lost by the one body is equal to the heat gained by the other body. But it does not make clear whether the body A gives the heat to the B or body B gives the heat to A. The second law of thermodynamics gives the direction of flow of heat takes place. We have seen in the Carnot heat engine that the working substance, like as the gas enclosed in a cylinder, which absorbs the Q1 amount of heat from the source at a higher temperature capital T1 and rejects the Q2 amount of heat to the sink at the lower temperature T2 and does the external work Q1 minus Q2, performing the external work. Thus, there is the flow of heat from higher temperature to the lower temperature. This is the natural process. This is the natural process of flow of heat from higher temperature to the lower temperature. Higher temperature to the lower temperature. And we have seen that the transfer of heat from the colder body to hotter body can be done. And we have seen that transfer of heat from colder body to hotter body can be done by the supplying the heat energy from external agency. That is, the heat cannot flow from colder body to hotter body. These observations were put in the form of the different statements. By the number of scientists. First, that is the Kelvin-Planck statement. The Kelvin-Planck statement states that it is impossible to get a continuous supply of work. It is impossible to get a continuous supply of work from hotter body, from a body which can be transfer heat with a single heat reservoir. It is impossible to get the continuous supply of work from a body which can be transferred the heat with single heat reservoir. This statement implies that 0 degrees absolute temperature is not attainable. 0 degree absolute temperature is not attainable. And no heat engine can be 100% efficient. That is, the 100% means 100% efficiency of heat engine. It is impossible. The second statement, that is the Kelvin statement. It is impossible to get the continuous supply of work from a body by cooling to a temperature lower than that of its surrounding. Lower than that of its surrounding. It is impossible to get the continuous supply of work from a body by cooling it to a temperature lower than that of its surrounding. This is the Kelvin statement. And last statement, that is the Clausius statement. It is impossible for self-acting machine unaided by external agency to convey the heat from one body to another body, that is from one body at a lower temperature to another body at a higher temperature. It is impossible for self-acting machine unaided by external agency to convey the heat from one body at a lower temperature to another body at a higher temperature. That is, or it means that heat cannot flow from colder body to warmer body itself. Hence, heat flows from hotter body to colder body. This is the natural process. Okay, thank you.